What's up, y'all? Fat Man Weiss, back again to fight Morty. Now, in the last video, we knocked out the Kimono Girls, and we waxed our rival, as we do. And I stocked up, got some super potions. That's about all I figured we really needed. And healed my team, and we're ready to go. I think we're going to lead off just for the sake of it. We're going to lead off with Fat Pat. Let him hit the field some. I'm not going to do a team recap just because I did a big one last video. You know what? That's rude. What if it's been a while since y'all seen this video? I'll do a quick one. We got Fat Pat the Crobat, Screech, Leech Life, Confuser, and Bite. We got Fire the Typhlosion, Holding Charcoal, Quick Attack, Surf, Smokescreen, and Ember. We got Box Quality of the Pencil with Vice Grip, Focus Energy, Bind, and Side and Talk. We got Elemental the Eevee with Quick Attack, Tail Whip, Sin Attack, and Grab. We got Thumpa the Steelix with Quick Claw, Cut, Milk Drink, Metal Claw, and Rock Throw. Then we got Bianca the Quagsire holding Bright Powder with Water Gun, Future Sight, Slam, and Recover. Got it? Got it? Good. Alright, let's go. We got a long gym ahead of us, and by long gym, I mean 4 trainers. So longer than the last one. 5 Pokemon. Oh, look at the Squirtle. Oh, look at him shake his tail. Fuck you, Squirtle. Oh, has it been a minute yet? Okay, cool. It has been a minute. Yeah, I found out YouTube's algorithm. I've mentioned this before, but I realized the extent of they really don't like it when you cuss within the first minute of the video. Like, they really don't like that. Even if you like label your video as not for kids. So that seems kind of weird for me, but at the same time, I mean, it is what it is, you know? Hold on, my controller. Why are you being weird? My controller decided to just lose connection for absolutely no reason. Oh, no. I guess I'm using my clicky-clacky ass keyboard. So, I'm very sorry about your guys' luck, but this is what we're doing. Alright, we're gonna stick out with Fat Pat against his Schnubble. Big old Schnubble. Alright, we're just gonna bite it to death, same thing we did with the last one. It works. But, you know what, here's a fun little video. Teach you a little bit about myself. And about how, wishy-washy. See, I just tried to have like 3 different conversations at once, and then they collided, and then I just stroked out. I hope y'all enjoyed that, because that's literally what I go through on a daily basis. Which, you know, makes sense. It's like, oh wow, seeing how you have such a hard time converging your thoughts into one and speaking properly, I can see why you'd really want to make YouTube videos for everyone to watch. But the irony aside, God bless America, I don't want to take a nap. Do I have anything for this? I do. But you know what? This is a Bulbasaur. I'm really not worried about it. If it Leech Seeds me, I'm gonna cry. But yeah, look, watch. 2 damage. Haha, called it. But I think with most people and their Pokemon, like favorite Pokemons, it's gonna vary. You know, obviously as new Pokemon get released, you might find a new favorite among them. But I mean along the lines of like, my shit will change drastically. And I think I've explained that to you with the evolutions. You know, with my first evolution, favorite evolution being Espeon because he was the strongest. Then it being Flareon because it was fire type. And then kind of being Umbreon for a little bit because I thought he was really cool looking. And now it's ultimately Vaporeon because of my usage of it in Pokemon Conquest. Oh, another Bulbasaur. But, it's like that for me with a lot of Pokemon. Like, perfect example, Kanto starters. First starter I ever picked in Kanto, because obviously the first starter I ever picked was Cyndaquil, which I talked about in an older video, so I'm not going to repeat that. But First Kanto starter I ever picked was Charmander, because once again, as a kid, I always chose the fire type for my first playthrough. And up until Gen 6, I had kept that trend. Gen 6 and Gen 8, I actually picked the grass starter as my first one. But, that aside, Charmander, diehard Charmander fan. And, no, you know what, I won't say diehard Charmander. I thought Charizard was definitely the coolest of the three. But nowadays, I'm pretty sure my favorite is Venusaur. Mainly because Mega Venusaur, back in Gen 6 and 7, was amazing. Now, not necessarily amazing competitively. It was good. It had great defensive stats, really good offensive potential, with the thick fat ability, which essentially negated 2 of its weaknesses to Ice and Fire. Just all around, it was a good, bulky Pokemon. Whoa, why did that jump up to Screech? That's not what I wanted. But I actually used a team of a defensive Garchomp, a special defensive Araquanid, and then a mixed stall leech seeding Mega Venusaur to climb my way to the 100th battle in the battle tree in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And because of that, it's weird. Even though I used all 3, and all 3 of them were detrimental to the team, I only found a strong love for Araquanid, which is probably my favorite bug type, and Mega Venusaur. I like Garchomp, but Garchomp is still one that, for some reason, I just kind of steer away from. I don't know why, but for some reason, I always steer clear from a lot of the pseudo-legendaries. Like, I've never been that big a fan of the pseudo-legendaries, Like, Dragonite was cool, but it was Dragonite. I think T-Tar was cool. I thought it was cool that out of all the Pokemon in the game that you see trainers using, you never see anyone using a Larvitar or any of its line. At least in Gen 2. I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, I'm sure there's some trainer. Maybe it was in like the Battle Chateau or the Battle Tree or whatever that uses a T-Tar. But I just mean like in the playthrough, I don't remember any trainer ever using a Larvitar or any of its line. So I always thought that was pretty cool. But at the same time, it was like, I don't know. It was... Pseudo-legendaries have a weird spot for me. I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Because I know they're pseudo-legendaries. I know they have much higher base stat... Much higher base stat totals than your average Pokemon. At base 600. And I know a good majority of them lead the OU tier. Like T-Tar's almost always been OU. And stuff. But for some reason, every single time I've tried to use a pseudo-legendary competitively, honestly, it just kind of lets me down. Like, maybe it's because of my own lackluster ability as a competitive battler. I don't exactly claim to be top tier. I'm no Poke-Aim or nothing. I mean, I can hold my own. I consider myself a very competent battler. But, I don't know, it's just every time I use one, I just never seem to do as much as I'm expecting to do with it, And that's, like I said, that's no fault on the Pokemon. I'm not saying Tyranitar or anything's bad. No, it's great. I've seen it do work, But it's like, I don't know, I think because of their wide usage, most of the time when you see a T-Tar, you can usually expect what it's going to do. You see a Dragonite, it's either Choice Band Extreme Speed or it's Dragon Dance. You see a Salamence, it's like, well, it can either be mixed, it could be Scarfed, or it could be D-Dance. And even nowadays, you see it, you see Goodra, good chance it's a Assault Vest special defensive set. you know. Or you see Dragapult, it's like, it's either going to be like Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, or it's going to be a physical D-Dance set. Granted, there is a new Dragapult set to where it revolves around Will-O-Wisp and Hex. I say new, it's been out for a while, but it's still not like the most common one that you see. But it's really good, and that's cool. But because of that, I don't know, I just feel like they're really easy to predict, you know? Unlike, you know, you see a Landorus, which everyone's got a different opinion about Landorus, but when you see Landorus, most of the time it's really hard to tell what that thing's going to do. You know? Is it going to be Choice Scarf? Is it going to be a complete defensive Rocky Helmet set? Is it going to be an Explosion set? Is it going to be a weird special attacking variant? You know, is it going to be a Dual Dancer with Swords Dance and Rock Polish? You know, it's a lot harder to predict, and I feel like that's kind of led to its success ever since Gen 5. That did nothing. But, I don't know, it's just, they've always been so easy to predict in my mind that they've never really been too hard to deal with, you know? But, once again, that's not saying they're bad Pokemon, that's just, I like to use weird sets. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I like to use weird sets. And any of my friends that have battled me in Pokemon, they can usually attest. Now, I'm not usually, like, real out there to where I'm setting up weird-ass EV spreads and stuff like that, using Chinese sets and stuff. I'm not doing anything like that, but, like, perfect example, one of the first competitive Pokemon I bred and the first shiny Pokemon I bred and has become my second favorite Pokemon of all time, Shiny Corviknight. I actually made a PP stalling set, Corviknight. But I ended up giving it, which at this point isn't that weird because I've seen other people run it, but I actually set up my Corviknight to where it had pressure with Iron Defense, Protect, Roost, and Body Press with max HP, max defense. It was a monster. It took me to so many victories because no one was expecting it. You know, no one was expecting it. Oh, you brought out an annoying special attacker that I might not be able to deal with. Protect, you know, burn 2 of your PP of your Fire Blast, and then just switch around and play around. I made so many people mad with that set back when it first came out. Back when Sword and Shield first came out. You know, and those are the sets I like. Shit that when people see it, they're like, what the fuck? Like, why would you do that? You know, why was that your thought? You know, I had a, back in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I actually had a double battle team to where I used Tapu Koko alongside a Lightning Rod special attacking Alolan Marowak. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you it was good. But I will tell you that I absolutely killed more people with Fire Blast than they were expecting. Absolutely. Like, they were not ready for it. And I don't blame them. Because why the fuck would you? Why would you use an Alolan Marowak, which has like, was it like base 90 or 100 physical attack, with the, if you give it its Bone Club item, or Thick Club item, doubles its attack? You know, why would you not run that set? You know? So no one ever expected it. And it's one of those things to where, like, in a tournament style or a best 2 of 3, you know, a best of 3 matchup, it doesn't work more than once. You know? But when it works, it works. And I don't know. I think there's nothing more satisfying than getting that win with that weird tech. You know? I'm the same way in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is it just me, or is there no sound? Huh. I don't hear any sound. It shows that it's recording sound, but for some reason I don't hear any game sound. Oh well. I probably disconnected my speakers at some point. That's okay. Alright, I am done with this bullshit. But yeah, I love weird sets. Like shit no one's gonna expect. They don't work consistently. They don't. And you have to realize that, you know. I think when you're playing with a niche set, you know, you have to go into it realizing that it's probably not going to work at least 40 or 60% of the time. You know, you have to have that understanding before you can rightfully jump into it, because otherwise you're just not going to have a good time, you know. But that's okay. Let's set this future sight so I can do 3 damage 8 turns from now. And then just water gun it because Krabby's special defense is god-awful. Krabby is another Pokemon I do like. Gigantamax Kingler. At first when I saw it, I was like, that is disgusting. I know what it's supposed to be, but I still thought it was disgusting. It just looks so weird. Oh wow, that did some damage. Hell yeah. Alright, you future-seeing Bianca. I see you. Doing a little bit of damage. Alright, so we got Morty. Alright. So, we're going to heal up. Get this paralyzed heal for our somehow paralyzed Thumper. Heal up our team. I'm not taking any chances. Everyone's getting a heal. At least one. Because I am not going to lose anyone. For the rest of this run through, I'm not going to lose a single Pokemon. That's my vow right now. Not going to lose a single Pokemon. Not once. Not never. I can't say not once because I've already lost a couple. But, not never. Not never again. Wait, I'm poisoned. Who the fuck's poisoned? When did you get poisoned? Oh, I have an antidote. I know I have an antidote. Alright, cool. Who's poisoned? Box quality. See, that's why you were staying in the box. Because you're always getting poisoned and shit. Alright. Alright, so this guy's going to be real creepy. And he don't understand what personal space is. So we're going to do this. Good of you to come. Here in Egritique, Pokemon have been revered. It's said that a rainbow-colored Pokemon will come down to appear before a truly powerful trainer. I believe that tale. So I have secretly trained here all my life. As a result, I can now see what others cannot. Just a bit more. With a little more, I could see into the future. When I meet the Pokemon of rainbow colors, you're going to help me reach that level. Alright. Now for everyone that got uncomfortable from that, I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, I got uncomfortable too. Alright. Wellington with the Noctu. Alright. We got... Oh, this is shady. Because this got... Actually, I don't think Noctu has a Psychic type move until we're in Psychic at, like, way late of a level. Yeah, so I think we're good for now. I think it only has, like, Nightshade, Peck, and, yeah, that's about it. And Leer, obviously. If it busts out Confusion, I'm gonna cry a little bit. Yeah, there's Nightshade. Which, I mean, that's gonna hurt. There's 25 damage. But, I mean, one more bite, and this thing's dead. There we go. First one's down. Alright. Ooh, we got a Muck. Alright, we're starting to get to the point where we're seeing the big boys now. Alright, I have no ground type moves. But, I have a Psychic type. Even though I don't know if Future Sight checks type. I know in newer games it does, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it did in older games. I guess we're gonna find out. Alright, force all on attack. Let's sprinkle on this Muck real quick. A little drip, drip, drip. Water gun's always been a weird attack in my mind, because in every generation the attack animation, sprite, whatever, yeah, it doesn't check. Fuck. It's always been so just unimpressive, you know? Like, this one is just drip, drip, drip. You know, and in Gens 3, it was literally just like a ball that hit the Pokemon and then broke into 3 little water droplets. Gen 4, I can't remember what it looked like. I know Gen 5 is when they finally kind of made it more of a, like a gun, like a, like it looked like a little stream. And from then on, I think it's looked fine. But it's still just, I don't know. A lot of water attacks, I feel a lot of people are like, how does that do a lot of damage? You know, like bubbles. Like, how does bubble do a lot of damage? But, I mean, that's Pokemon for you. You know? Can't really... Nothing you can do about it. It's just the way the world works, you know? You can't... I don't think you can look at almost any video game franchise and be like, why isn't this more realistic? This doesn't line up with how it is in reality. It's like, well, yeah, it's a video game. It's kind of what it does, you know? Like, there was... Oh, what was it? Oh, I can't remember what it was. But there was something. There was a game or something I used to play. God, why can I not remember it? Diablo. It was Diablo. And this was actually... This is something you can verify. I mean, I try everything I say, I hope you can verify it in some way, shape, or form. Oh, this got a lot more scary than I was thinking. That's a level 28. I don't like that. I don't like that. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna do a prediction. I'm predicting the ground type move. Alright. I'm going to confuse Ray. I'm just gonna flinch fusion this guy. I'm gonna do the strat. But Diablo. I'm not gonna explain what Diablo is because most people should know. And if you don't, you can look it up. But it's, I guess in short, it's an RPG. It's kind of like a medieval fantasy-esque. There's demons. I mean, the name of the game is Diablo. You know, demons, vampires, zombies. You know, you play as like a monk or a warrior or a demon hunter, which is essentially an archer. You know. So, fantasy-esque style. Well, they have, in those games, and in past games I'm pretty sure, I only played 2 and 3, and I didn't play 2 that much. I mostly played 3. But, I know in 2, they had, I believe it was the Treasure Goblin, that sometimes if you killed him while he was trying to escape out of his little magical portal, the portal would stay open, and you could enter the portal. And if you did, I don't know if this was every time, but sometimes it would take you to essentially the bovine realm, to where you're just in like this desolate wasteland. Why always with the fucking stun sport? You're in a desolate wasteland to where there's all these bipedal cows with battle axes charging at you. Now keep in mind, you entered this realm from a realm to where you're literally fighting demons and zombies, you know, and in later games, angels, you know, all sorts of fantastical, unreal stuff. Not saying angels and demons are fake, but to that extent, they're probably fake. But, anyway, let me read this, and then I'll finish where I'm getting at. So, by having Fog Badge, Pokemon up to level 50 will obey. Also, Pokemon that know Surf will be able to use that move anytime. I want you to have this too. TM30. Yeah. It's takedown. Use it if it appeals to you. It doesn't. Alright. So. But while I'm healing, I'm going to finish the story and then I'm going to end this video. But players, not everyone, but there was a group of people that complained that realm, that bovine realm, didn't fit into Diablo, and that it was too unrealistic given the subject matter of the game. And my personal thought when I heard some of my friends at school complain about that, I was like, are you dumb? You're complaining in a game to where there's magic and demons and zombies and mutated creatures. You're complaining about something being unrealistic. Now, I know they would usually say, unrealistic given the game. But just using the term unrealistic, period, is like, no. I mean, yes, it is unrealistic. It's a video game to where you're in a fantasy world. Of course it's unrealistic. But I never understood that concept of like, I don't know, this doesn't fit. It's like, why doesn't it? Just because you have this preconceived notion of that's not how it should be, Which I will continue on this in the next video because I actually have a lot to say given that preconceived notion of how it should be. But the conclusion of that story is that in response, Blizzard in Diablo 3, they removed the cow level. And there's actually a loading screen hint that says there is no cow level. And there's not. There's no cow level. But they replaced it with this land. It's all bright, saturated colors with rainbows and unicorns. And the unicorns are trying to kill you. And you're killing the unicorns. And when you do, they explode into rainbows and guts. It's way worse than the cow level. But I just thought, I was like, hell yeah. That's how you fucking respond to it. You're like, oh hey, this doesn't work for you. You think it doesn't fit in our game? Well, fuck it. We'll remove it for you and replace it with something way worse. That was absolutely awesome. But I will see you guys in the next video. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.